YesWelder Welding Goggles, and it comes with a mask, guys, so it's not just the goggles, which is nice because we don't want to fry our face and get horrible UV light. What's nice about this, for $70, guys, it comes with True Vision technology. Some people call it True Color. It's the same thing, just different brands call it different things. If you guys don't know, my name is Josh, Industrial Maintenance. I do a lot of tool reviews, industrial maintenance related stuff. Once in a while I'll do some Ryobi stuff that, you know, it's just helpful and nice hacks. So what everyone's kind of wondering, a few people ask me, is this better than a regular helmet? The answer is kind of complicated. Yes, it will in many situations, but no, it won't in others. It really depends on what you want out of it. We'll discuss that in the video, and hopefully you can make an informed decision if this is the right one for you. If not, YesWelder has plenty of the classic style welding helmets with the auto shades and everything like that. Different money levels, so you make your own informed choice. How good is the lens, guys? True color wise, it's better than, I have a Jackson. I keep it at work. It's $120. You can look it up. It's pretty classic, straightforward helmet. This thing is better than that in terms of vision quality. In terms of vision quality, it is not better than my Cellstorm. Guys, you gotta remember this is $70. That's $300 plus. So you're not, you're not getting $300 for $70. You're still getting $120 value out of a name brand for $70. So let's go over some basic dimensions real quick, guys. The goggle's 7 inches, 8 inches wide for the whole thing. The goggles are 2.5, and the whole thing overall is 9 inches. All right, guys, let's talk the goggles. The goggles serve many different purposes. You have many different things you can do, cut, grind, all that kind of stuff. So one of the things it does is it replaces this. A lot of you will have like the solid green one, the shade 5, flip up, flip down. I've had those for years. These things are so much better. And then these things came along and obviously even better because there's so much more you can do with these. Solid shade kind of sucks because you're always picking them up, setting them down, picking them up, setting them down. These are nice so they form fit to you. I can't wear safety glasses underneath these, so I don't know what your safety guy or girl wants, demands, so that's just something to think about too. Now, I don't have a plasma or access to a plasma, so I can't test it on plasma. In terms of matte gas and acetylene, it doesn't go off for the regular flame. It'll trigger once you start doing the blue flame though. Did notice though, once you hit 4 feet, it doesn't trigger anymore. It's really finicky. But to me, that's not a big deal because if I'm cutting, I'm closer than 4 feet. If that's a deal breaker to you, then get a solid shade. But you have your different sensitivities you can set it on. Obviously, once you have the shield on, you can grind too. So let's talk about the welding and grinding aspect of this, guys, with the shields. And you can't just push these 2 tabs, pull the goggles out. I'm not going to. In terms of grinding, guys, just like wearing our normal face shields, yeah, you don't have a little bit of side protection, but most of the time, that's not really needed if you're just by yourself grinding and whatnot. All right, let's talk the welding part of it. Like I said, guys, you have your different shades. It goes to like shade 12. I keep it pretty much almost all the way max. You can obviously set it lower if you want. Sensitivity, I always have maxed. And delay, I always have the minimum because I want to protect my eyes as much as possible. Obviously, it's not the best for vertical welding, guys. Welding a cap will definitely help mitigate that. If you're doing vertical and to the side, obviously you have the little flap you put over your ear. But once you're using this and you're not wearing your beanie, you'll realize just how much this curved part actually protects you. If you're welding professionally all the time, a lot, I don't know if I'd really recommend this. We'll go over that again here at the end of the video. But the people around you welding doesn't really protect your neck. You'll burn your neck. I've had people weld behind me with a classic helmet and burn the back of my neck, so I know that sucks. That'll probably happen if, like I said, you have a lot of people welding next to you. The other drawback is obviously the plastic lens, guys. It's not like the basic big open one where you just go to any supply store or even Home Depot and get one. I mean, 2 days off Amazon, you're probably already gonna know if you need one or not. So, and it comes with a few, obviously, so. I've already ruined one just because I was too close welding. One of the other small things is looking down. If you're sitting at the dinner table, you can look down and eat it and no problem see your plate. If you're trying to look in your lap, like I dropped my Welpers in my lap, I couldn't look down just because how this thing is, you know, it's right next to your face and you just don't have that mobility. And to me, after years of welding, a lot of us will do this, flip our head and it'll come down. Obviously, you don't have that option with this one. So to me, it's really difficult to get over that. However, it's probably best for my neck anyways. But psychologically, it's kind of hard for me to get over. One of the first and foremost things, it uses the classic CR2450. My Cellstorm, my Jackson, they all use the same thing. So if you have batteries, cool, you don't have to worry about those. Obviously, it comes with an extra battery and one in the thing. You have an on and off switch, which is nice, save the battery. You have a low battery warning. It's nice if you're welding outdoors too. We'll go over that a little bit at the end. The other good perk is the weight of it. It is literally like the fourth of the weight of my big Cellstorm, and my Jackson's not quite as heavy as that one, but it's still definitely a lot lighter than all that. In terms of being a robot tech, it's simple, easy. All I care about is one weld that I'm looking at. So to me, it's convenient. In terms of industrial maintenance, guys, this covers pretty much everything you're gonna need to do. Cutting, grinding, welding, so it's not a bad choice at all. And now with the whole COVID thing, guys, you have to wear a mask. You instantly fog up, and even before the mask, these still did fog up quite a bit. You don't have to worry so much about that with this because you have the rubber molding there. Okay, guys, the biggest thing to me is space, and we'll talk about that. One, I have two toolboxes. One is the classic Harbor Freight, which I'm sure many of you have, the $200 one, the service cart or whatever they call it, and then I have a bigger one. So my service cart is my go-to, has my everyday tools in it, and I have to hang this one off to the side. If you watch one of my other videos, guys, you'll see. Unfortunately, when you have it off to the side like that, people tend to borrow it, or underneath. There's just no space for that big helmet. With this, easy to fit in the drawer, the top hutch, whatever. No one's gonna borrow it because they don't have access to it. No matter how many people you tell, they will borrow it. It's always nice to have two helmets, because my main trade is welding. It's nice to have two because I can teach people how to weld a lot easier. It being true color technology, also another huge boon, guys. My Jackson's that green color, even though it's auto darkening, it's still got the green tint. And even though I grew up welding, I don't think I'll ever go back, because this one and my Cellstorm are both true color. I don't think I'll ever go back. Maybe, I know Lincoln had that blue flame look. I haven't tried that one out. Maybe that'd be pretty cool, but I do like this true color technology. All right, why this over the classic style? Okay, one of them, to me, the biggest thing is, obviously I already covered that in terms of industrial maintenance space. Wonderful. As industrial maintenance techs, we don't usually have to weld very often, especially for small projects and whatnot, so this would cover all of that. The other big boon to this, guys, is people don't think about is outdoor welding, right? When you're outdoor welding, the sun blares in the side. It really messes with your eyes, and as you're welding, it makes a glare and it's really hard to see. Obviously, with the rubber going around your face, you don't have to worry about that. This is no pipelining welding helmet or anything by any means, guys. But if you're doing light outdoor stuff, it's great. Some fence posts, maybe your farmhand or whatever, this would be great for that. Now, if you're going to welding school, guys, or you're welding all the time, full time, you're not doing limited space stuff like exhausts and roll bars and everything like that, stick with the classic. YesWelder has plenty of the classic style. They're pretty inexpensive. I'm not gonna say cheap because they have really good reviews and people seem to like them a lot in terms of helmets. I don't know too well about their actual welding equipment besides the helmets, because the helmet's been around for a while, and there's a difference between cheap and inexpensive, and so far from what I'm seeing online, it's inexpensive, not cheap. For $70, guys, this lens alone is worth, my Jackson's 120. This is $70. That lens, true color, totally worth it already. You don't lose. All right, check the comments below, guys. I'll maybe even put a card up. I'm working on doing some welding shots with this. Granted, I'm using my phone, so don't judge me too hard, and it doesn't do this thing justice. But I'm doing some arc shots with their arc 125D or 125A. I can't remember. Their arc, the stick welder. And so I'll have some arc shots with this, with a classic helmet, and just different things as I play around with that, and then I'll do a review over that. So just keep an eye out. I'll put it up here, or comments below, because I know some of you like to see that arc shot, and I do too. Most importantly, guys, though, don't forget, smile. It's gonna be wonderful.